All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Robin, certified nutrition specialist, and we're going to talk about Shred 10 and what it is and how it will benefit you. It is a 10-day jump start to healthy living. As I mentioned before, we're going to talk about how it works, why you would do it, who would benefit from it, what it entails. So let's jump into how this works. You're going to do a few simple things over a 10-day period. Now, why 10 days? We know that in those 10 days, if you do those simple things and you can see what your body is doing, it's just enough time for you to notice what's going on. And it's also just enough time so that it won't scare you. Because when I say 10 days, we know that anyone can do this for 10 days. But if I were to tell you 40 days, you might become a little apprehensive. So that's why it's 10 days. After the 10 days, depending on what happens, and generally speaking, a lot of people that shred after the 10 days, they're feeling good, they're noticing changes, and they decide to carry on and take some of the protocols that they've found out and take that into the 10 days. But we just say, give it your full attention for those 10 days, and then we'll go from there. And my PowerPoint is behaving interestingly. That's fine. So we shred every single month, generally the second Monday of the month, because we know that it's a phenomenal protocol. When you get into this routine of resetting your body and taking out what it doesn't need and flooding your body with what's powerful, there's just something that happens. What we're asking you to do when I say that we're going to do a few simple things for these 10 days. So one of them is to eliminate the common agitators and allergens, which is wheat, dairy, sugar, and processed foods. When it comes to wheat and gluten, oftentimes those are agitators in our digestive system. And a lot of people don't realize that. And some of the things that go on in the body, we don't necessarily think they're related to our gut health and haven't consumed wheat or dairy. When I tell you unrelated, sometimes it's pain, it's runny nose, it's just skin issues. People just don't relate the two. So when we're doing the shred, it just gives you a chance to check that out and see what happens in your body. We also want you to drink enough water so that your urine is clear. Sleep 7 to 8 hours per night. Exercise most days, and eliminate eating after 6, 7 at the max. You want to give your body at least 4 hours of rest before you go to bed, at least. So perhaps even more, but 6 or 7 is where we say the cutoff. You will replace 1 or 2 of your meals with the Juice Plus complete plant-based shakes and consume the Juice Plus fruits, vegetables, berries, and omega, so all plant-based. So we're flooding our body with so many plants, and we're taking out what doesn't serve you. We're asking you to follow the shred menu, which is very, very simple. We want to keep it simple for you. So this is just a simple sketch for you. Breakfast is a complete protein smoothie. Lunch can be another shake or a whole food balanced meal, which we have guides for that. And your dinner is a whole food balanced meal. If you keep it that simple, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then it's just simple and you can do it that way. The shred gently guides you to see how certain foods are affecting you. As I mentioned, you will discover which foods serve you and which do not. And it helps you to build a healthy eating plan that you can stick to. You're going to hear from who I term now as the #1 shredder in a little bit. I'll ask my BJ to share her shred story. It'll also guide you to portions and teach you portion control. Some of the side effects of doing the shred long-term: boosts your energy, resets your body, maintains your healthy weight, maintains healthy blood sugar, maintains and improves your digestive health, reduces inflammation, and more. We are faced with declining food quality and consistent environmental toxins, and all of those things create havoc in our body. And the shred is just a wonderful nutritional way to combat. And so who would this benefit? You. Anyone that is out there breathing and eating food, the shred it's effective. And what the shred entails are the package. So there's different shred packages, but we are using the Juice Plus protein as the basis of the shred. And every mix provides a balance of whole food nutrition, including prebiotics, which is specialized fiber for your gut health. And then also the Juice Plus plant powders, which are fruits, vegetables, berries in a capsule, and the omegas. You are getting so many fruits and vegetables, more than 45 different whole food raw fruits and vegetables in these capsules or chewables. It is not a multivitamin. The Juice Plus capsules or chewables have a nutrition facts label, just like you would see on broccoli, frozen broccoli, or any frozen vegetable in the store, not a multivitamin. It is backed by science with more than 40 published research studies. And just so you know, when you're consuming Juice Plus, you're consuming the pits, the peel, the seeds, the whole food. A lot of the nutrients are in like the orange peel or the lemon peel, which you're not eating regularly. So when you're getting this, it is powerful. Also, the produce that's in the stores is not vine ripened, which means that it's picked before it's ripened, it's picked before all the nutrients are in there. And then oftentimes it's colors added and chemicals are added so that it looks appealing to you when you're getting it from the store. So when you're getting the Juice Plus, it's vine ripened produce with all the nutrients through and through, which is why it's so powerful. And I want to share the 11 things that you can expect by taking the full amount. So within 7 days, all the antioxidants in your blood plasma will go up by 75%. Within the first 7 days, the free radicals will go down, the damage in your body will go down by 75%. Within the first 80 days, your DNA will be 66% less damaged than it was had you not been taking the full serving of the Juice Plus. Your cardiovascular health will improve in 28 days. Your immune system, so your B cells and your T cell counts more normalized within 80 days. Anti-inflammatory response throughout the entire body. This is a big deal. People are plagued with inflammation, and this really does help. Healthier gums and pockets around the teeth, less bleeding. That was me, or that's one of the benefits that I found. And then your healthier skin. Pregnancy study, lower risk of preeclampsia. There is a non-muter out in the world. Let's see if we can find them. Thank you. Preeclampsia, lower risk of toxemia and premature labor. Vast benefits for adults and kids. New study shows a decrease in belly fat and insulin resistance and increased lung power and capacity in heavy smokers. So the side effect, a good side effect, is lower oxidized cholesterol. And then with the Omega blend, I get really excited about the Omega blend because I feel like a lot of people don't understand the power in what they are about and what they do. But Omegas help with your heart, your brain, your eyes, your skin, and your joints. Specifically, the Juice Plus Omega blend, the new research study shows what it does and in how fast it does it. So with the Omega blend, all plant-based, there's a significant increase of the omega-3 index, which measures the level of omegas in your blood for your health. So within 8 weeks, the Juice Plus Omega blend achieved the healthy index level with half the dose and half the time versus traditional fish oil pills. Yeah, legit. Like that's what the new study just showed. So just to reiterate the value of it. So with the Omega blend, why it's different, it's a multiple omega fatty acids. So it's 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And there's just something powerful about the synergy of the blend. It's key. So it's not just what people know of as, just the omega-3. It's 100% plant-based, sourced from algae. So we bypass the fish altogether, which means that with the fish, there's mercury and toxins and all of that, and we don't get that. And as I mentioned before, you achieve the omega-3 index health levels with half the dosage in half the time of traditional fish oil supplements. So with the shred, give you all the information, kind of quick and easy, and you get to choose the package. But all shred packages come with the 10-day shred menu, and then the 4-week after the shred meal plan that was created by Necessary Nutrition, which is my company. As I mentioned, I'm a nutritionist, and I felt like, okay, our shredders need not just those 10 days, but what to do after that. So we have all of the shredders that are a part of the special enhanced shred program will receive that. Shredders receive the digital recipe book, Facebook accountability group, success guides, support from the shred leaders. And we have a team of phenomenal health and wellness experts that support our shredders as well. So I'm going to review our shred packages before we hear from a couple of shredders sharing their stories. Option 1 is the basic package, which is the protein only. And that is, you can get started with that for $38. You will be billed 4 consecutive monthly payments of $38. We want you to commit to doing the shred for 4 months, 10 days over, for 4 consecutive months, but you can get started for as low as $38. The second option is called completely balanced. With that, you are getting your complete protein as well as the fruits and veggies in the capsules or chewables. And you can get started with that today for $88, which will be 4 payments of $88. And this package includes a free supply of the chewables or capsules for a child age 4 to 18 or in college. And then lastly, the complete shred package. If y'all can catch the non-muter, someone, let me see. All right, I caught the non-muter. So the option 3, completely shred, that's everything, y'all. And that is your fruits, your vegetables, your berries, your complete protein, and the omega blend. That's when you're serious, you're doing this. And that you can get started with that for the 4 payments of $145 and comes with the free child supply as well. So some questions that come up: are you required to shred every month? No, you're not required, but it's good for you. You should do it. There's shrimp shredders that they miss a month here and there, but it's just something that it's good to do consistently. Can you start early? As I mentioned, we start as a group the second Monday of the month. You can start early. You can continue after, right? But we just have that time where we kick it off because there's that group synergy where we're all doing it together. And then with the 4 payments, we break it into 4 payments for a couple of reasons: to make it affordable, and because we do it for 4 months, we know that the blood changes, and you can know that we recommend that you're taking the products for that 4 months. Research shows that that's when it's most effective in the body. And then after the 4 months, you can decide to get another 4-month supply. You can, if you had some left, if you weren't being so consistent, you can pause your order for a little bit, or, and we hope you don't do this, but you can stop altogether. And we don't see why you would, because everybody needs the fruits and vegetables, because we need so much and we get so little. A lot of people don't realize we need 9 to 13 servings a day, and we barely get that. And all of the products are guaranteed, money back guaranteed with the Juice Plus products. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The next shred will start the second Monday of the month. So wherever we are when you're hearing this, or if you're listening to the recording, look at your calendar and know that if it's the second Monday of the month, you want to make sure that you have all of your supplies at least a week and a half before the shred starts, so that you're ready to go. These are, again, the packages so that you can look at that. And I encourage you to contact the person that invited you here to choose your shred packet, get it ordered, get the menus, start reviewing. And we do a pre-shred meeting for new shredders the Thursday before we start, just to make sure that everyone is on the same page. So before we hear from a couple of shredders, I just want to repeat to contact the person that invited you here so that you can get started with the shred. So my BJ, who has a phenomenal shred story, is here, and she's gonna hopefully share a little bit about, she's been shredding for 2 years. And yeah, so can you share with us what your results have been and just all that good stuff?
Okay, yeah, in fact, this is my anniversary of 2 years. So
Wow.
started out with about 180 pounds, size 16, swollen ankles, uh, pre-stroke, all that kind of good stuff. So I thought, let me get on this. Dr. Bonetta, who's also on here, was the one that introduced me. So I went on it. I figured I can do this stuff for 10 days. Because when you look at the stuff, I just memorized a list not to eat, no sweets, no whites, no fried food, frozen food, fast food. Just kind of memorized all that. And I went on that plan for the 10 days and I lost 6 pounds. I didn't have any swelling in my ankles. And some other people went on it with me. A guy who was blind from his diabetes and had lost his hearing. And so I started on it. And after the 10 days, I said, this is cool. The one thing that made me go on it, and I think each of you have your own eating habits, is when I looked at all the stuff they said we couldn't eat, I was pretty okay with that for 10 days. I love Mexican food, you guys. And so they said I couldn't have no flour tortillas. So, okay, burritos, I can do that. But then they told me I could have corn tortillas. And I said, you mean I can have my turkey tacos? And they said, yes. I said, I'm in. But I felt so good after the first 10 days. And they have this cute little meal plan and it works too. I just decided to stay on the shred program. And so while you may go on shred for 10 days and then go to the meal plan and then go to shred, I stayed on the shred. I've been on shred for 2 years. And so I'm happy to announce I weigh 130 and I'm a size 8. And the young man who was with us, in a few months, he had gotten his eyesight back and his hearing back from his diabetes.
Wow.
So that's my success story. I also added a little bit of weight training because ladies, I'm going to be 75. I didn't want to look like I'm 3 months pregnant all the time. I wanted my waistline back. So I'm actually the same size I was when I got married 45 years ago.
Wow.
And I can wear a cat suit now. And
I heard that.
feel good in it.
Yes.
But at the same time, I have a husband who had been given 2 weeks to live 14 years ago. And so even though he has survived because of the Lord, I put him on the eating plan. Now he needs to eat all he can eat. But when I pulled out all the stuff in his diet and put him in eating healthier and put him on the plant-based food and stuff, he has 6 life-threatening diseases even to this day. But when I checked his labs yesterday, his lab work is still the best that it's been. And so it's nothing but the grace of God that he's still living, he's still pastoring, he's still praying for people and working with folks. And we have a group of people that call us because they just got a death sentence. So many of them we put on the same food plan.
Yeah.
And so far, mostly all of them are still living. One's been living for 9 years. She was supposed to be dead like then, you know. And my husband is now 14 years and 3 months hospice, you guys. Okay. So eating really does make a difference. You are what you eat.
You sure
So
are.
I don't know if you're here because you just want to build your immune system. You can do that. But if you have any kind of disease, this is the program for it, to get
Ooh.
yourself in a healthier way by eating. I call it like, I hope I don't offend nobody. I call it eating like Jesus. Okay.
We love you, Mommy J. We love you. So what we're gonna do, because I'm gonna have another person come back. But thank you so much. You are such an inspiration. I mean, every time we hear from you, we just are in awe. And we know that food will either kill you or keep you alive. And the illnesses and diseases we face are due in part to what we put in our mouths or what we don't put in our mouths. And food is just really that powerful. So thank you so, so much. And Daryl is a healthy living advocate, a healthy eater, and you too have a journey. Would you mind sharing really quick your success?
Sure, Robin. Thank you. And we always have to be ready, don't we?
Yes, I know, right?
Well, hello, everybody. You know, growing up, I just learned some bad eating habits. You know, my mom could cook, and I mean, but the things she cooked, the comfort food and all those kind of things, I just ate. And we even, my dad and I, my brother, we used to always sometimes sit down, and it was almost like a contest, who could eat the most food. And so when you develop that kind of habit and you're eating some of the wrong things, over time, you put on a lot of weight. And you know, I'm athlete in high school playing football, went to college on a scholarship playing football, had a chance to go to the NFL, but turned that down. And but you know, tremendous shape back then. But then as you get out in work life, corporate, sitting behind desks, computers, and not having the same activity level that I had, my weight just kept going up. And you don't get there overnight. So I was looking for something that would help me change my behavior, change my eating habits. And I always understood that if you eat the right things, your body will go to the right weight and the size it should. And so that's why I like, as you say, Mom BJ talk about that. She really laid that out. And so that's what I did. And so even before this, we called the Shred 10, there was a program pre-up that called Transform 30. And it was the same thing. I just did it for 30 days. And so I did that and I just kept doing it. And I came back from a Juice Plus conference in October of 2017. And I said, I don't care what I have to do. I'm gonna hit the track every day and I'm gonna walk. I can do that. And so I added that exercise in and I did that every day up to the day, you know, missed some time maybe because it rained or what have you, but pretty much like the mailman, I'm out there 6 days a week. And so, and then committed to the shred. And so I don't just do it for the 10 days. It's an everyday thing with me from this point forward. And so I've learned to eat that way. I'm not perfect all the time with it, but as a result of continuing to do that, I have dropped over 100 pounds. In fact, exactly 104. And I still want to lose another 96.
Wow.
But I wanted to get out of the 3 club, I said. But I'm out of that 300 pound and go back into another number and keep going down. And so I've done that and I keep doing it and keep trying to get stronger and better at it every day. And it works. It works. The nutritional support is there. You know, the biggest challenge for me is just making sure I get enough sleep because it's important to get that sleep and get that rest. Just like you said, you know, you want to stop eating 6, no later than 7, give your body a chance and then get that rest because that's when your body does a lot of work and repair a lot of damage and do all the things it does. So I've learned those kind of things, the shred books, the recipe books, all the guys trying different shakes. It's all been just a lot of fun. It's challenging and, but yet it's happened. And it's like reclaiming the person that I think I should be. And that's what I'm trying to get to. Not trying, that's what the direction I'm going in. And I'm just excited about it and excited for all of you all to hear this. So quickly, that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Thank you so much. You know, for those of you, I mean, we could have so many different stories and sharers. We're gonna keep it at 2, but we encourage you, those that are listening, to contact the person that invited you here. I've said it, right? So that you can join in on, there's just nothing more powerful than flooding your body with this nutrition. So thank you so much, Ma BJ and Daryl, for sharing your stories. And that is that. Let me stop the